If you wanted to buy a house a few decades ago, your search started with newsprint and a red pen. You would map out these tiny text descriptions and spend your entire weekends driving from neighborhood to neighborhood with a physical list. There was simply no other way to understand a home's layout. You had to step over the physical threshold to see if the bedrooms were too small or the kitchen was too dark. Today, buyers are juggling packed schedules, grueling daily commutes, and out-of-state relocations. They don't have the time to blindly tour 10 properties on a Sunday. Instead, the very first showing of your property happens right here, on a glowing 6-inch screen, usually late at night. If your listing doesn't immediately capture their attention online, they will scroll past it. They will never walk through your actual front door. Selling a property now requires you to build a digital funnel. You have to capture their attention, earn their trust, and guide them through your space before they ever pick up their car keys. The top of this funnel operates in environments of extremely high distraction. Your potential buyer is likely looking at your home while waiting in line at Dunkin. That's why standard 2D listing photos serve a very specific binary purpose. They don't sell the house, they just earn you the right to a closer look. A bright, clean image with tidy surfaces and balanced natural light sends a subconscious signal that the property is well maintained. Once a buyer swipes past the photos, the next layer of the funnel kicks in, the video walkthrough. Where photos provide raw data, video provides emotion. It captures the natural flow of the living room into the kitchen and helps the buyer imagine their own lifestyle fitting into those spaces. It gives them a sense of guided exploration. They get to feel the personality of the home without a real estate agent standing over their shoulder. By the end of the video, casual curiosity becomes emotional investment. But to actually make an offer, that buyer now needs hard, pragmatic proof. How do you prove the spatial logic of a home to someone who is miles away? This rotating 3D diagram shows how immersive tours solve that problem, allowing buyers to mentally map rooms and fit furniture. This interactive data builds certainty. By testing their morning routine, like walking from the bedroom to the kitchen, they qualify the home against their specific needs. To see how effective this is under extreme conditions, we can look at a recent sale in Southeastern Massachusetts. A seller listed a beautifully staged townhouse in Taunton, armed with a highly detailed, immersive 3D tour. Late one night, an out-of-state buyer found the listing. They spent time exploring every digital inch of that 3D model, thoroughly vetting the layout entirely on their own. The next morning, they scheduled a virtual walkthrough and submitted a strong offer. They never physically stepped foot inside the property. While sight-unseen sales aren't an everyday occurrence, they demonstrate how a complete digital funnel answers a buyer's critical questions without a physical tour. If digital tools are powerful enough to sell a home to someone hundreds of miles away, does that make the traditional in-person showing obsolete? No, but its purpose has entirely changed. In-person showings are no longer meant for discovery. They exist strictly to confirm the data the buyer has already collected online. This chart compares buyer confidence against time in a hybrid showing strategy. Confidence gains momentum during the digital phase, filtering unqualified leads. Entering the physical phase, buyers are already heavily invested, just there to seal the deal. When you give buyers the tools to explore on their own digital terms, you provide clarity, convenience, and confidence. In today's fast-moving market, that is a practical path to generating faster, stronger offers.